Welcome back. Thank you for joining me this week. This week with MissPlanIt, we are going to do a 4th of July Geo Mesh Wreath. Very excited about it. Just in time to hang on your doors for those wonderful guests and family members that are coming to celebrate. So let's get started. These are the supplies you will need. Now, I tend to be very organized in my thinking, and so I have actually gotten 3 different colors of chenille sticks to match the colors of my Geo Mesh ribbon, but you don't have to. 1 pack will do, so if you just want it to be white, that's fine also. Next, I have a couple of little embellishments that I found, and these are stars in red, white, and blue, and I'll be very excited to show you how we're going to add that to our Geo Mesh wreath at the end of our project. And finally, I have our very patriotic colors. Now, you will notice that sometimes they have the colors red, white, and blue all together in one roll, which is absolutely fine. If you like that, that's perfect. I just kind of like to have a little bit more manipulation with my colors, and so I tend to do three different colors. If you can do a 3-color Geo Mesh wreath, you can do any Geo Mesh wreath out there. So I'm going to show you how to do maybe one of the most challenging ones, and so everything to that point will be easy. And then finally, we have our actual wreath wire. And this wreath wire, this one is actually not the biggest size. This is the smaller size, and I have the dimensions down below in our description. So all of the prices as well as where they were purchased are down below in the description. So gather up your supplies, join me back here in 2 shakes, and let's get started with our 4th of July Geo Mesh wreath. Come on back. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with step 1. So if you notice, you have different wire rings on your frame. And so we're going to start with our first color, which in this case is going to be red, white, and blue. And we're going to attach the Geo Mesh to the furthest outside. And then we're going to skip 1 and come to the second one. So if you count these as 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're going to go from 4 to 2. Back to 4, back to 2, back to 4, back to 2, all the way around. All right, so let's get started and show you how that looks. So you're just going to get your Geo Mesh. I've just unraveled it. You're going to create a loop, and your loop can be as big or as small as you want it to, just depending on how much volume you would like. So you have your loop, and you're going to take your chenille sticks. Now, these are really long, so you can actually get 2 for the price of 1 and cut them in half. So I'm going to cut a series of chenille sticks. And again, I'm picking red chenille sticks. You don't have to, because you won't see the chenille sticks once you've finished attaching it to your frame. That's just something for me to kind of just keep track of my pattern. So the key is you want to attach the Geo Mesh to the front of your frame, not to the back. You want to always attach it on top. So we have our mesh, we've made our loop. I'm going to gather my loop, and then I'm going to take my frame. I'm going to sit my loop on top of my frame, take my chenille stick, thread it through. Then simply, you can do 1 or 2 ways. You can hold it right there with your finger and twist the chenille stick on the back, or you can literally turn it over like so and twist it on the back, creating a loop. Kind of loud. Okay, so let's turn it back over, and there you have your first loop. Very simple, right? Yes. So then you just simply take another loop like so, and you're going to make sure you give yourself enough give to move further down your frame, like so. Yes, everybody see that? So I've gone from 4 and I'm going to 2. Again, I'm gonna lay it right on top. Actually, it goes this way. Right on top, like so. I'm gonna take my chenille stick and I'm going to go ahead and loop it, making sure my Geo Mesh stays on top. Again, you can flip it over or you can just leave it like this. I'll flip it over so you can see it. That's always like to see, okay? So flip it over and you see that? And twist it. And your Geo Mesh stays on the top. And I just give it about 3 twists with the Chenille stick. We used to call them pipe cleaners, but now they're all fancified and they call them Chenille sticks. Now, I want to warn you, you're gonna think this doesn't look like a wreath. Trust me, it'll all work out in the end. So I'm gonna continue to go all the way around, going from 4 to 2 to 4 to 2 to 4 to 2, all the way around in red. So I'm gonna do that, you do that with your frame, and I'll see you back here in 2 shakes. Happy DIYing. So here's my ribbon. I'm gonna make my loop just like I did with the red. Okay, so here's my loop. Sticky. I'm gonna squish it together because remember we always add it to the top. Okay, so there it is, squished. Take my Chenille stick, see my 1-2 ring, set it on top. Take my Chenille stick, thread it through. Again, you can turn it over and twist, or you can just hold it here, move your hand to the back, and twist. If I can find my, there we go, and twist it. And just doing that one simple loop really gives the wreath even more dimension and shape. Ta-da! All right, so let me show you this one. You're gonna actually cross on top of your give ribbon with the white, make another loop, scrunch it, make sure you give yourself enough give to go all the way up to the fourth ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where I want to land, right there. Look at that, see? Take my Chenille stick and always attach, try that again. Take my Chenille stick, there we go, and always attach the Geo Mesh to the top of your frame. I'm going to hold it there and go underneath and twist. So let's just see how those 2 loops transform our wreath just right off. So do you see that? And then you just simply fluff like so, and there you go. You can actually start seeing the shape, didn't mean to do that, the shape of your wreath. Yes? Okay, so I'm gonna continue that 2 to 4, 2 to 4, and all the way around in white, and then we'll come back and do our last layer in blue. I'll see you in 2 shakes. Bye. All right, so as you can see, this looks way different from when we first started. I hope you're having success. I hope you're enjoying yourself and seeing how easy it is with just some ribbons and some Chenille twist ties to make something really quite beautiful. Let's take a look at the back of it and see our pattern. Okay, so we see our pattern where we've crisscrossed white, 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 and we've gone from the 2nd row to the 4th, back down to the 2nd, to the 4th, to the 2nd, and to the 4th, and so on. And if you do the different twist ties, it just keeps that pattern kind of in order for you. And let's take a look at the front so we can see where we have crossed over our red with our white. See, and you just give a little extra give, and that covers it. And remember what I said, don't worry about the Geo Mesh because it fluffs right out. So the next and final layer we're going to do is our blue. So in our blue, it's really just going to make it sparkle and shine, I'm telling you. It's just awesome. So our blue, we're going to go ahead and start with our blue on our bottom row. So for the blue, we're going to go from the bottom row to the 3rd row, okay? And fill in that area right there. So from the bottom to the 3rd, crisscrossing it, giving it a little extra for the give, all right? So go ahead and do your final row. Remember, it's from the bottom, the number 1 to number 3. 1, 3, 1, 3, and you're going to cross over the red. All right, So you do that. I'm going to do my third and final color, and I'll see you back here in 2 shakes. Bye. All right, so as you can see, we have added our blue Geo Mesh to it, and I just want to show you how you can just simply fluff it to make it move the Geo Mesh around. It's very pliable. You can open it up in the center if you want more, and don't worry about your chenille sticks. All you're going to do is make sure you flip it over and just tuck all of your chenille sticks towards the center, and they will be virtually invisible. Just tuck them to the center, like so. And just continue to shape your Geo Mesh to the amount of fluff and color combination that you would like. Awesome, awesome job. So now some of you may like it just with the ribbon and just keep it very simple and elegant. Others of you may want to add some embellishment. So I'm going to show you a way that you can add some stars and stripes embellishment to it. These are just a pack of, like you would stick them maybe in a centerpiece. And I'm going to show you how you can add them to your Geo Mesh. So all I'm going to do is take them. You could do several things. You could actually stick them into the mesh, embed them like that, which would be perfectly fine too. You can bend them, because these are wire. You can bend them and actually have them look more three-dimensional. And I think I like that one the best. So I'm going to just bend them and place them where I would like. So we have the red and we have the blue. And don't forget our white. Red, white, and blue. Awesome. So I'm going to play around with some embellishment. You play around a little bit too. Let's come back and look at the finished product. And I'm going to show you one that I saw in one of our local craft stores, and they wanted $59.99 for it. And I'm going to let you look at it, and you look at the one we created, and you tell me which one you like better. All right, I'll see you back in 2 shakes. All right, guys, so here is our finished product. I love it. A couple little tips. Just fluff out your Geo Mesh to whatever size you like. If you want it more scrunched up, you can just scrunch up the Geo Mesh to change the shape, or you can pull it out and fluff it up. Also, when you're adding your embellishments, I try not to glue too much onto the Geo Mesh because it does melt pretty easily. So what I do is I attach one with glue, and then I attach the other ones to the actual object in front of it. Okay, so the blue is actually attached to the white star, and the white star is actually attached to the red, and the red is the only one that's attached to the Geo Mesh. So while I was out and about picking up some supplies for this week's project, I ran across a Geo 4th of July wreath, and I was just curious to see what it looked like and how much it costs. It's gonna blow your mind. So let me show you what I found. So I found this, I think you can kind of see it. Here you go. This 4th of July wreath, and it has a lot of stuff on it, and it cost $59.99. Insane. Insane. So obviously ours cost a fraction of that price, and the total for ours was $9 for the all the ribbon, $1 for these embellishments, $1 for those embellishments, $1 and some change rather, and then also $1 for our actual frame and $1 for the Chenille sticks. So by my calculations, for under $15, we created this beautiful, elegant tribute to all the soldiers that fight to keep our country free. compared to the $59.99 at the craft store. So guys, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. So if you like this video, please like us, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm forgetting one. Oh, I always forget one. Oh my gosh, y'all have to help me out with that. Did I say Pinterest? Pinterest, okay. And tune in next week. We're gonna continue, because I saw the prices were so expensive for these Geo wreaths. We're gonna continue a little bit of series on the wreaths because school is coming back, and what better gift to give your child's teacher than a back to school wreath? Just some flowers for the teacher. That's what we'll call it. So until next week, happy DIYing, and remember, when every penny counts, count on MissPlanIt. I will see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye.